Hi, chat. Welcome to stream. It's been a little bit. Hopefully you guys are doing well. I have relatively good reason for my absence. I'll rate it a 4 out of 10 reasoning. I went to jail, chat. I went to jail. They just bailed me out. Welcome to stream, everybody. I actually got something really cool to show you. For my new... So I think I mentioned on stream once or a couple times that I'm redoing my room, my office. And I had something come in. And I can show you. Get that! I know it's like really blurry, but when I put it on the wall, it's gonna look so sick. It's a shiny Umbreon LED sign. Believe it or not, that is the dimmest it can be. There's like 8 settings, I think, and it's like really, really, really bright. But anyways, hi chat. Hopefully you're doing well. It's been a little bit. So I got some cool stuff to talk about and also stuff I can't talk about, but that's also partially why I've been gone. So we'll talk about the stuff that I can talk about though. So that's exciting. Aaron, thank you for the 8 months. 8 smile. Any smilers? I appreciate it. Thank you for the sub. So today, hopes for the Direct today. There's a Nintendo Direct today. I had no clue there was. I've been so out of the loop, chat. I've been doing a lot. Like yesterday, chat, I had what very well might be the longest birthday party I've ever been to. It wasn't my birthday, but you can say happy birthday if you want. But yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy, which I'm excited to tell you. But today, if you didn't know, if you're not following along with what I've been doing, I am essentially trying to get a shiny in every single game doing a shiny hunting method. And today, we are going to be doing Platinum with the radar, which I did last stream. I just didn't do very well. However, I think we're going to be good. And I have another game lined up, ready to go. So I am fully prepared to game. And I think I should be able to get it today. But, hold on. See an Umbreon? Yeah. I think it looks really sick. So the plan is I'm going to have this whole desk. It doesn't look like it's in, it kind of looks like it's in the center of my room, but it's actually in the corner. I'm going to shift it all the way over in this direction. And then I think I'm going to hang that Umbreon sign on this side wall, not this back wall where Obama is. It's going to be like on the side wall. So it'll be in focus, which would be really nice. But I think it's going to look really good. I am excited. It's going to be a bit though. So my mom, that's going to be our bonding when she comes down. She's like, I'm going to help you redesign your room. I'm like, okay, cool. So in March. So for the time being until March, that's going to be right there, just hanging. What do we name Umbreon? Nintendo Direct reaction later today? I didn't even know there was one today, so probably not. What time is it? What time is that little thing? Obsidian, thanks for the 32 months. Feels birthday, man. Hey, appreciate it. Golden Nugget with the year. I appreciate it. Meta Mike with the 12 months. Another year. Thank you so much. And Rainbow Batman, thank you for the Prime. 2 PST. Your mom just beat the game today. Can I get a yeehaw? Yeehaw. That's awesome. Should I get my mom to play an entire game and do an entire playthrough of Pokemon on stream? Anyways, so, if you don't know, we're doing Poke Radar, and I made a slight adjustment. I now have Gallade. And Gallade has False Swipe and Hypnosis. So now I can catch Pokemon really easily. That's it. I would like to think I should get this relatively quickly. Mods, if you would like to do a prediction. I saw Ludu. Hi, Ludu. I say we just jump into it. We just see what we get. Did I ever get Totodile? Yep. I got Totodile and then I got Magby. So, yeah, after this, I have Pokemon Black set up, ready, or White. Pokemon White set up. Using hypnosis for an extended period of time sounds like torture. It definitely is. However, at least being in low health has a really high chance of catching the Pokemon. So it's not the worst. Not the worst. We'll see. I've been going at this for long already. Last stream, how long was I doing the Poke Radar? It was like an hour and a half. I think the furthest chain I got was, it doesn't show up because I keep resetting it, but like 20, 22 or something. You just doing real hard. It's blurry, but yes. The real deal, baby. Yep. So, Chatot is... Oh, am I playing during the right time of day? Danny! How you doing, Dennis? Mr. Man. I don't think I'm playing during the right time of day, but it's fine. Is it the ROM or the cart? It's definitely the cart. I got a whole collection. I can show you. Right. Little game case. Next up, this is my childhood copy of White, which I'm gonna give you guys an option between two Pokemon that I picked out for that, which I'm excited about. I'm not gonna tell you what we're doing, but I will say you're probably pretty familiar with it if you've been watching enough. You just got a 2DS with White 2, Omega Ruby, and Sun from My Neighbor. Was it a good deal? I imagine those games are starting to really go up in price, right? I would like to think. You've been binge watching the Nuzlocke? Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so let me give you... I know it just came back to stream, but let me give you a quick breakdown of how the rest of this week is going to go. I might have mentioned it on stream before, but I'm actually going to be in California tomorrow. I know. So, I'm going to be in California from the 9th to the 11th, and then after that, we'll be back to it. But I wanted to stream before I left. Also, if you're wondering, I have to, I'm looking for chat on. This is your Napa wine tasting trip, yeah. Yeah, so my friend wants to get a tattoo, and he's like, hey, do you want to come with me? I said, sure. End of story. So I'm flying to, I forget exactly where I'm flying to, but, going to Cali, get a tattoo, coming back. That's it. That's the whole story. And I think it's gonna be pretty fun. I'm scared to fly, but that's not new to me, so we'll see how it goes. Is being tattooed for 3 days straight? No, it's just, that's the best time frame that we can fly back. Because we're getting there like midday, and then we have to drive really far to get there, because it's not like it's in LA or anything like that. It's pretty far away. So we gotta go there, and then he's getting a really big tattoo, so he wants like a little bit of time to rest. When are we getting Nuzlocke again? Right now. Right now, chat. Have you considered getting a tattoo? I was thinking of getting a sleeve, but it's just, I don't know what I would want. That's the issue. Like, sure, I could get some Pokemon stuff, whatever, but I just don't have any ideas. But I like the idea of getting a tattoo. Oh, bird. Okay, now we start. So, I can pull up the catch rates. So this is how we start it, though. Quick ball. Odds of catching this, I think, is like 10% or something like that. It's not very good. And then... If I false swipe, since I've already caught it before, I can repeat ball. That should be totally fine. I would like to think it's like a 70% chance. It's really good. Okay, that's ignore it. Ignore that. Slightly misleading. I'm aware. Let me calc it. Chatot. 1 HP. With a repeat ball. Which I have... Wait. Pokemon's registered. Oh, okay. It's a 40%. I don't know where I got 60. But still good. Still good. And this is it seems tedious to do it this way, but long term, it will make it so chaining will be a lot easier. Which I'm always happy about. Hi, Ludo. Catching is way better than knocking it out. Yeah. None of those look good. But the plan is today to do a pretty long stream. So I can do a little bit before I leave. And then once I get back, I have a couple other things. Okay, all of those are bad. I have a couple other things after I get back. But aside from that, should be all good. Those are also bad. So we're getting chat out because the shiny is cool, but also I can use chatter and we can make our own custom cries. Oh, I must have gone into a flashy patch of grass then. I'm dumb. I was so confused. I think shout out shiny is cool too. Personally. Yeah, I do have another Pokemon planned after this. Not in this game, obviously, but it's gonna be good. You just skip Quick Ball. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. What methods are left? I don't want to leak them, but we got a lot. We got plenty. We got plenty to go through. Also, mods, the stream thing, Streamlabs stuff is fixed. For some reason, it just like turned off. I know it took me forever to fix that, but it's good now. I don't know what happened. Yeah, very strange. Yeah, we're doing stuff like SOS, mass outbreaks, all that stuff. So if you've never done PokeRadar before, what we're basically doing is getting to a 40 combo, and then once we get to that 40 combo, we just keep, we keep going over and over, just keep resetting the radar, and eventually one will show up. Wait. Did that only do... Am I crazy? Do you heal? Why did that only do half? Anyways. Oh, Roos. Okay. He's not paying attention. Obviously. Okay, so let me give you a breakdown of what happened yesterday. So, my, like I said, it was the longest birthday party that I've ever been to. It was fun, though. Don't get me wrong. So, my friend Luke was having his birthday. And... Oh, rats. And we started out, like, bright and early in the morning. It was, like, 10 a.m. We're like, all right, guys, we're going out to breakfast. And I was like, okay. Go to breakfast. Sit down for, like, an hour, you know, typical stuff. And then after, right after, they're like, okay, now we're going to the trampoline park. Which I don't know if you guys have ever been to a trampoline park, but those, it's basically, it's just a giant bounce house for adults. And so I went there. It was cool though, because I've never done it before. And they had stuff like bouncing with like basketball, and then they had we did dodgeball there. They had those things where you stand on like a plank and you have to like hit the other person off. We did that too. Hold on, I need to focus. Cool. So that was pretty neat. And I also went rock climbing for the first time. To my knowledge, was the first time I've ever went rock climbing. I raced against one of my friends where he had to climb to the top and then like ring the bell. And I did it, and it was so sick and super cool. And I rang the button, and they're like, "Wow, it was good for your first time." I was like, "Thanks." He's like, "Do you want to do it again?" And I said, "No, that's horrifying because I'm so afraid of heights." I just dipped. I was like, "Yeah, that was a one and done kind of thing." Once you get to the top, like, okay, we're done. I was scared to get down because I didn't really think about the process of like what happens once you get to the top. Because I've seen people, they'll like rappel down, but it's not like something you just know instinctively. They're like, just jump. Brother, I'm about like 30 feet in the air. There's no way I'm just jumping down. He's like, "No, don't worry, it'll carry your weight." And it did, but I was still scared, Chad. I was still scared. So I would like to know, I can still mess this up. But there's a 4% chance every single time that I click on a tile that it breaks my chain. I had to get to 40. But that is out of my control. There was one right behind me. Let's not do that one. Also, I've never seen these in the wild before, but they had an arcade inside this trampoline park. And they had a gumball machine, but the gumball machine... Chat out. I didn't see it. To be fair, I don't like the flashing patches anyways, so it's cool. Wait, let me change the time of day. Hold on. But yeah, so they had those gumball machines, but inside the gumball machines, they had like bootleg Pokemon toys, and I got some. They also had them in a claw machine. Like I got Mighty Anna, but the Mighty Anna was white and purple. I don't know where they are. I think they're upstairs. I didn't think about it until now. Date and time, current time. Oh, I mean, it's morning. Was I just unlucky? Yeah, I can show them on next stream. Instead, cute, right? Cute and cool. This 3DS is so slow. Yeah, so went to the trampoline park, right? Did all that stuff. Went to we did a little arcade gaming. We did punching bags where you like punch it and it gives you a score. We're not going to talk about what score I got because it was not very good. But I did do that. Did axe throwing. Oh! Forgot to bring up this context. I technically have met this person before, but I met the most unexpected person that I would possibly imagine meeting yesterday. I guess it was 2 days ago, but I ended up hanging out with Shady Penguin, which was very cool. We did axe throwing together. I'm gonna go. Actually, it doesn't matter. Yeah, and Markiplier was there. That was crazy. Oh, well, there you go. Cool. Yeah, it's supposed to be. It's a shiny Umbreon. Yeah, it was a cool time. It was a cool time. Anyways, so go and do that. Do the rock climbing, all of that. And then after that, they're like, all right, now we're gonna go play kickball. Which I couldn't tell you the last time I played kickball. Maybe 4th grade, 5th grade at that. But I did play some kickball yesterday. And not to toot my own horn, but that was pretty bad. We did win, but it was like 2 hours straight of kickball. I think that probably broke my chain. Oh, it still might have. I wasn't paying attention. Why don't you make a video about 100% PLA since you technically did it? Because I didn't finish the Path of Solitude and it was way too boring. That was the plan. I was going to eventually do it, I just didn't. That's all. Real ones, no. Path of Solitude was boring. So we go play kickball. I ended up getting, we did 6 innings, I think. 7 innings. I ended up getting a triple. I kicked the ball really hard and everybody's like, whoa, that was the hardest ball we've ever seen kicked. And the whole crowd of no one cheered. And I was really proud of that. And we won 9-4. Our team name was Juicy. And we had a chant. We'd be like, juicy, juicy, juicy. Because we're juicy. We didn't wear like the pants that said juicy on it, but it was close enough. All right, I gotta focus. Okay, that one's definitely fine. And so we played that for a while. And then after that, they're like, all right, everybody go get cleaned up. We're gonna go to dinner. So keep in mind, this entire time, there's been no downtime. It's just like, let's go to this thing, to this thing, to this thing. I started like 10 a.m. At this point, it's like 3, I think. 3:30 or something like that. So I get home, get changed. And then we went to like, not a fancy restaurant, but like above average. It's like a steakhouse. Went there. And then after that, I'll start. After that, which I had really good food, by the way. Actually, that's a lie. It was okay. Did that. And they're like, all right, now we're gonna go to Topgolf. And we went to Topgolf for like 2 hours, I think. And at this point, I am beat. So much sports. It was a whole adventure that we went on. And after that, after we're done, they're like, all right, we're all gonna go hang out. And I was like, I am done. No more. And I just went home. And this morning, I was so exhausted, so sore. My thighs are in pain from all of my juicy kicks that I did. I will find those whatchamacallits though. The bootleg Pokemon toys. Maddie with the 10 months. Hello, John and chat. How are you all doing today? Hey, thanks for the sub, Maddie. I'm doing well. Appreciate it. Did I say 6 or 10? It was 6 months in a row, 10 total, but I appreciate it. I think I'm only at like 4 or something. It's kind of a bad spot to be, but it is what it is. Sage Blue, thank you for the 7 months. No way we're getting the shiny today. Chat, type 1 if we're not getting the shiny. Type 2 if we are also not getting the shiny. Juliet, thank you for the 5 months. I appreciate it. Word, thanks for the 28 months of tier 2. Huge, new shiny gaming, huge, big, large gaming. I love those words. I love all of those words. Nice work. Lacram, thank you for the 30 months. Welcome back, John, after a few months of break. When big video 2? That's a great segue that I can't really talk about. So I did mention that I had a video that I was going to upload, I believe last week. I'm not uploading it. I am, but I'm not, and I can't tell you why. I don't know where those... Okay. I can't tell you why. Because it's a big secret. But when you see it, you'll be like, oh, okay. That makes sense. And that's literally all I can say about it. So the next video isn't gonna come out for a bit. I literally can't tell you any of it. There are complications. There are plenty of complications surrounding it. But I think your reaction will be very interesting. I'm very interested to see how you're gonna react to the video. I've already brought up the video before. There's one additional aspect of it that I can't. Keyword can't. Chad, I have a question. Hear me out. If Pokemon ever did a collab with Fortnite, would you watch me play Pokemon Fortnite? Be honest. Would you watch that gameplay? No? No? What if Pokemon did a collab with Xbox? I played Pokemon Halo. Still no. Okay. I'm just taking notes. Engaging the crowd. Blazekins at Tilted Towers. No. They'll never do it, but sure. I doubt that, honestly. You think of all like the collabs that they've done with animes? I think eventually it'll happen. Honestly. I don't know who you would play as. I guess Ash. But Ash isn't around anymore. What Pokemon made a collab with Power Rangers to be named Pokemon Ranger? Wait, they did that, I think. I can check. Hey, John, I love your YouTube videos. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you. Pikachu, but like the Captain Falcon. I know exactly what you're talking about. That'd be sick. That'd be so sick. Oops. Yeah, I guess doing hypnosis was pretty much useless. I can see what the catch rate would be if I did that. It boosts it from 40 to 80. But like I had to land. I feel like it'd be the same amount of turns, regardless. Where's Loman? Loman is sleeping, I think. Oh, my bad. I'm pretty sure. Ooh, that one's far. They already dropped Metroid from Fortnite because Epic didn't accept it being Switch exclusive. Oh, that's weird. That's really weird too, because I mean they've done. I just mentioned it. They've done Halo before. And that's Xbox exclusive. Sorry, I'm not skipping class to watch stream. Chat. Your education is very important. However, so am I. I respect it. So my record for this, I mentioned earlier, I believe is 20 in a row. I think that happened twice. It might have been 20 and then 22, which is halfway. But I think with this new method of catching them, it, one, increases my odds significantly. Because I think it goes from a 4% chance to messing up if you go on a correct tile, because there are scenarios where it will just fail to fail. just to make it so you have to keep trying harder, even if you do everything perfectly. And then if you just defeat the Pokemon, I believe it's like 12% or something like that the chain can break, which obviously is really bad. But we'll see. Well, Squaggle, thank you for the 9 months. Thank you to Genshin Impact for making me hate your ads so much. I'd rather pay to not see them. I've never played Genshin. Is that game? I don't even know what it is. I know it's a gacha game, but I don't know what you do in the game. Is it like combat? It's a money sink? Perfect. It's a Chatot Shiny Hunt? It is. Which I know people think it's weird that I'm going for Chatot, but here's the thing. In this gen, you can use the move Chatter and give it a custom cry. And I just want to get a shiny Chatot and do random, we'll just spend like 30 minutes making different cries for this Pokemon and sending out to battle and seeing how it sounds. It seems like too good of content to pass up on. It's anime Breath of the Wild. I mean, that doesn't sound bad. Oh, man! Hey, buddy! Oops. Come here. Aw, little mans! Oh, buddy. It's gone. See you later. All tangled up now. He's a sweet little guy. There's one behind me. Good. I hear him rubbing against something. I just don't. Behind Obama? Did he walk behind him? If you saw that on cam. I can't find Lemans. He's gone. Another dimension he's gone to. What are you guys up to while I was gone? Been a little bit. If you defeat a wild Chatot, then the chain breaks? No. So you have to complete the battle against the Pokemon, but catching gives a significant higher chance of the chain not breaking. You can still chain to 40 by defeating them. It's just not very good. Whatever. Finish my Gen 3 Living Dex. Insane. Congrats. Wooful. Here for 20 minutes. Okay, I'll get the shiny. I'll get it right now for you. If I can be honest, chat, I have been so stressed out past week because it's mostly because of the thing I can't tell you about, but I think we're good. I think we're good now. Also, to give you perspective, so I did it the harder way last stream, and I think we chained for, it was like an hour and a half, 2 hours that we were chaining, and we made it pretty far for the most part. And I honestly don't think I'll get it on this specific chain, but I would like to think that we will get it today and then jump into the next thing. I think out of all of the hunts in this challenge. This is probably the most tedious one, I would like to think, in terms of difficulty. So you really have to be aware the entire time. Matt, with 34 months, shiny patch incoming. Hey, I appreciate it. Also, I'm really sorry. I was just explaining on stream. I can actually tell you. Hold on, let me DM you. Because Matt and I were supposed to stream together, but I was a little overwhelmed. In due time, we'll get into it. Any tips for script writing and timing in edited run recaps? If you can set up timestamps, it saves you an absurd amount of time. That's the best advice I can give. Because the worst thing you have to do if you're making a video and it's recapping a large amount of time is having to rewatch it because you don't remember what you did over, you know, presumably 10 plus hours, right? Two patches? That was it? Okay. Which I know there's some of that integrated into Twitch, so if you stream on Twitch, you can do that. That's the advice I would give. You catch a shiny Feedbass and Platinum? Yeah. Are you asking me to, or like, is it possible? Because it's definitely possible. I would assume it, because it's like a timed thing, it might work the same way as Munchlax. Because you can shiny hunt Munchlax like infinitely. If you find it on a save file and then play the game on a different DS, you can just infinitely hunt Munchlax and it will never leave the tree. And I think that's how that works for those two, for like the Feedbass tiles. I could be wrong about that. That's reassuring, Matt. That's very reassuring. Thank you. It'll all make sense soon, chat. Bad? Yeah, the past week I've been doing a mix of trying to get some work done, but also I've been spending time with some people from overseas, like Game Boy Luke and Patters. We were all hanging out last night. I don't know if you guys do this, but when you hang out with friends, do you like take photos? Because I always complain after, because I tell people stories of stuff, especially like on stream. Like, oh yeah, we went and did this and this and this, and I don't have... That broke the chain? What? See? It happens. That was 4 steps away. Unfortunate. It's a really small chance of that happening, but it happens. Anyways, yeah, I always forget. Never take any photos. It just escapes my mind every single time. So I go out, especially when it's people you don't see for a really long time, like interval-wise. Just don't ever think about it. Anyways, yeah, so yeah, hung out with Luke and Pat. I'm trying to see other people that aren't from around here. Because whenever we hang out with people like that, it's like the other people who live around me. Like Dylan, United Gamer. I mentioned earlier I hung out with Shady, which is cool. I'll probably see him later tonight too. It's nice. But the goal for today is to stream at least 3 hours. I would like to think if we can get a good chain, if we can get to a chain of 40, you're guaranteed to get the shiny. But the process of getting there, it's probably like an hour, I would think, ish. Xander, hi Xander. Am I gonna watch the direct? Honestly, probably not. I might be live. If I'm not live. Are we doing well? Hey, you too. I appreciate it. We just be gaming. That's it. Just gaming. Radio. Hi, Radio. I mentioned earlier, I fixed Streamlabs. They did an update, which turned off the bot. Which I don't understand why that's an update, but they did. Because when I opened it, it was like, you have to accept the terms of service. I'm like, okay, cool. And I go and check. It was turned off. Oh, it turns off after an extended period of time? Oh. That's on me then, brother. That's on me. Yeah, I mentioned earlier, so I wanted to stream before I leave because tomorrow I'm going to be in California for a couple of days. And then after that, we'll be back to working on this video. Promise. I'm curious, chat, what games do you play aside from Pokemon? I think that is obviously our common ground. I'm curious, like, what else that translates to. What's like the most out there game that you consistently play? Overwatch. I've never, I guess I have played. I played the beta of the first one. Smite. Okay, I'm seeing a trend. Oh yeah, wasn't there a new Fire Emblem that came out? I tried playing, oh no, I bought Three Houses and never played it. Never mind. You know what I really want to play? It happens once a year, but here's the thing. It didn't happen last year, so the urge to play is doubled. But I need my 2 weeks of Minecraft. I'm itching. I'm itching for 2 weeks of Minecraft. I want to build a house and then get really invested and then defeat the Ender Dragon with my friends, and then we never play that again. I'm down for the annual day of Minecraft. The last world that we had was pretty cool. Not Mike. Thank you for the 9 months. 9 months in Johnstone? Yep. Appreciate it. Thank you. But here's the thing. Actually, it might have been 3 years since the last time I played Minecraft. So there's so much new stuff. When did Netherite come out? Because I haven't played since like that came out, but even before that. 2020? Oh. Really? I definitely played the beginning of 2020. But it was before like the Caves and Cliffs update, because I didn't do that. I saw that. I was like, whoa, that looks so fun. And then it didn't do anything with that information. Oh, okay, that makes sense then. That is, in my opinion, the best small burst game. Like, you can sink so much time into that game and then just immediately drop it for an entire year and come back. I feel like that's the summertime sync game because everybody's free, like high school and college. I remember when that came out on, like, I played it on the PC, but when it came out on the 360, I played that with so many people. So many people. Because at that time, I feel like in gaming, all the people that I knew either had a PC or they had an Xbox. And most people did not have a PC, so I had to play on Xbox. It's kind of nice playing on a controller and everything. Montana, thank you for the tier 1. Enjoy your emotes. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, Xbox Minecraft was so fun. So fun. I feel like there are very few games that kind of like capture that same energy that game has. I am live. I won't be live for the next few days. But after that, when I come back from my trip. Alex, thanks for 4 months. Chat on! Thank you. That sure goes crazy. Appreciate it. Phase Troopers. Currently binging all your Professor Oak challenges. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. I'm so excited to put this next video out. I think you guys are gonna really like it. I had to rework some aspects of it, but if we don't, riot in the chat. Get your pitchforks. There's actually one part that I'm pretty sure I have to leave out, which I think you guys are gonna be like, ah. But you'll understand why. It might be the saw, yeah. I'm glad you know exactly what I'm talking about. You sound very cryptic. I have to be cryptic. It is definitely on purpose. I'm not trying to like beat around the bush. I have to be. It's my new alter ego. I talk in wizard spells. Do you already do Gen 3 or do you skip Gen 3? There's no shiny hunting methods in Gen 3 that like improve your odds, so we skipped it. Just wait till Gen 4. Okay. I like your funny words, Magic Man. Hey, appreciate it. That's all I know. That's all I do. I can't get over how tiny the screen is when you play in Pixel Perfect mode. Like, look at the sizing. It's just teeny tiny. Also, this 3DS is dirty. I swear I'm not a grubby gamer. That was a lie. I totally am. Yeah, I'm curious what the shiny patch looks like in this game, because I know what it looks like in Diamond and Pearl, because we did shiny hunt for Weedle or something. But I noticed the grass looks a little bit different in this game. It stands out more? Okay, cool. I can't remember the last time I did radar. Successfully did radar and platinum. It might have been never, honestly. But YouTube as a platform has been increasingly more YouTube this past month. What do you mean? What you mean? Has he not have neck issues after using that touchscreen? What do you mean? Let's go like this. I'm good. What's going on, Felicia? How you doing? What's the highest chain so far? I mean, today I had, unfortunately, I hit one of the 4% chance to just like randomly break the chain, so it was like 10, so not very far. Oh, I didn't fall swipe. Are there any mechanics reasoning for catching instead of KOing? Yeah, because I think it's a 12% chance to break your chain if you enter a patch after defeating it, but it's a 4% if you catch it. That's all. Wait. It would be way faster, but we tried it and it's just not consistent enough. Very unlikely. I wish I knew that years ago. I remember when I was younger, when Diamond and Pearl first came out, I tried doing radar. I forget exactly what I did, but I chose the worst place to start to do radar. I think I did like Route 217. What's the route? What's the route that's before Snow Point? Is that 218? Either way, it's snowing. Like, it's not a good place to... It's such a terrible introduction. I know, I remember trying Beldam too. During like a desert storm. It's just not meant to be. Aiden, ADN, thank you for the 23 months of tier 2. Wow, 23 months, cool, smile. Any smilers? Appreciate it. You don't really have to get to 40 for the shiny, or do you want it for the video? I mean, I know I don't have to get there, but like my best chances are to get to 40. It's a very exponential growth. I at least have to go to 30. That's for sure. Gotta get to 30. Person who have let him spin. I've never seen it. We got spin though. Chat, start spinning, please. I'm begging. Or if you got a shiny on the first chain, would you just call it done? Yep. That's actually, so when BDSP came out, I unlocked the Poke Radar, and literally the first time I used it, I got it on a 0 chain. There's just an instant shiny patch, and it was a shiny Shinx. I said, all right, cool. Perfect. It's true. I have the clip. It's on my Switch. Yeah, my LED came in. I think it's a really good size. So it's like 2 feet by 2 feet, or like 2 feet vertically, 1.5 feet wide. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, eventually I will hang it up. I mentioned at the beginning of stream. So we're shifting my desk over into the middle of the room because it's actually in the corner right now. And did I actually use that? Okay. Anyways, yeah. So no, I'm not risking it. It's so hard to tell stories while doing this. It's not like biking where I can just mindlessly talk. I gotta focus. Might I do radar chain X and Y? No, we're gonna do fishing. There we go. That one's definitely nice. All right, 10. Anyways, yeah, so middle is gonna be in the middle of the room, and then the camera will be angled a little bit so you can see it on my far wall, which is gonna be cool. I just have to put it in a spot where it's in focus. As you can see, it's like kind of blown out. This is the lowest light setting. Do you want to see the brightest? Because it is shocking how bright it is. But I think it's also because of the camera, the way that it takes in light. How's the secret big video? Secret big video. What secret big video? Oh, I mean, I brought up one like last month, but I have not even started that. However, there is a video I'm uploading this month that I can not really talk about, unfortunately. But it'll be out soon. Promise. Every video is a secret big video. I like telling you guys the things that I do, but at the same time, it's kind of fun to just shadow drop. Be like, here you go. You have no idea what I'm doing. Surprise. It is about Pokemon. That I can absolutely confirm to you. Mike, with 29 months of tier 2, it would be a bit of a shame if the chain broke at 40. In BDSP, I had a chain break at 38, I think. All right, let me turn on the light. I'll show you the brightness levels on it. It's wild. Okay, this is the lowest brightness. It's like radioactive. It's so bright. Isn't that crazy? Nuclear explosion Umbreon. It's crazy because it's really not that bright. It's just the way it is. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm in the comfy clothes. I am so sore from kickball yesterday, chat. I didn't think I was going to be, but I am. Oversized shirt, fleece pants, thong. The combination. Just kidding. Why am I playing kickball? It's my friend's birthday, and he wanted to play kickball. So there's the people from UK came to visit. They have like a whole group of people, and they want to do American things. I was unaware that kickball was an American thing. It makes sense in a sense because like we have baseball. I don't know. I figured that was just a school thing. Like, what did you guys do in elementary school? Will I stream the direct? Probably not. Are there any hints as to what's gonna be on it? Because I've done no, I don't know anything about it. I figured it'd be Nintendo games. How's my day been? Great. Not F-Zero. I would assume that they're gonna do, yeah, Zelda. They're just gonna talk about Tears of the Kingdom. There's a Zelda 2. I really need to play Breath of the Wild, genuinely. Okay, I think this is 11 now. Because the first we made it today. It's not very impressive, but it is what it is. Cool. We've made it further than we've ever been, chat. It's a big day. Yeah, I can't imagine what else. I think I would like to see another Yoshi game. But I want a hard Yoshi game. I'm really tired of them making really, really easy ones. But I feel like they only make, what, one Yoshi game per console? I think. Donkey Kong, yeah. That's crazy they didn't do anything last year for Donkey Kong. Was that not the 35th anniversary of Donkey Kong? Or the year before that? Either way, they didn't even acknowledge it. They said nothing. Rhythm Heaven would be sick. I agree. I agree to that. I didn't play the one on the Wii, but I did play the one on the DS, and I really like Rhythm Heaven. Go on, Icy Fox. How you doing? Xenoblade? Didn't that just come out? Or are you talking DLC? Play the 3DS one? I didn't even know there was one. With the amount of time I put into my 3DS, you'd think I would know that. Which, speaking of 3DS, are they not, that shuts down, like, next week, right? Isn't it March? Oh, no, that's next month. March 12th? It's when the eShop shuts down? End of March. That is going to be a very fun day, chat. Let me tell you. It is sad that they're shutting it down. But once that shuts down, they will realistically never update the 3DS again. So a lot of new stuff is probably going to come out. I see some people got the Halo 3 servers back up. Interesting. That's pretty cool. How do you even do that? What is the brand? Because don't they have to, like, connect to Microsoft? Or I guess they could probably do it. Yeah, I have no idea how they would even do that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, downloading Poke Transporter is such a... It's always been so confusing. Because you can't download it from the eShop. You have to download it from Bank, which redirects to the eShop. But it's a private eShop link, I guess. I really don't know why they did it that way. You still have to connect online to verify that you pay for Bank. But Bank's gonna be free next month. Double checking. $15, not bad. I mean, I'm gonna check just out of curiosity. Poker Radar, odds, platinum. Yeah, it's honestly. Yeah, to give you perspective, so once you get to 40, it's an average of, because it counts, each patch has an increased chance, so it's not exact probability, but it's a 2% chance once you get to 40 for every time you use the radar for one of the shiny patches to be shiny. And then 39 chain is 1%. 37 is a 0.5% chance. And then it just drops after that. So, yeah. True, Dream Radar. Yeah. That's not as useful anymore because the you can get the regenerator Pokemon from Crown Tundra, right? Don't all the Pokemon you catch in the Crown Tundra, like the legendaries, have hidden abilities? I think that was like one of the main appeals for it. That was a fun video to make too. If you didn't know, I made a Dream Radar video. That was a long time. That was like 2018, I think, is when I made that. I don't think you can add funds. No, I think they got rid of that. Nope, that's it. They're closing it down. Oh, they're all in Dream Balls? How did I never notice that? You can add funds from your Switch and transfer it. Oh. Oh, yeah, I feel like I saw somebody mention that on Twitter. There was like a thread about it. That's a good point. Once we get to 30, you're gonna see how nervous I'm going to get. I'm gonna be so cautious. I'm gonna be so scared. Please stop. You could probably get codes for the games through Amazon and stuff like that too, if I'm not mistaken. Just order a digital code and then redeem it on the app, or sorry, through the eShop. I would imagine that would work. Because I've done that a lot with Switch games. You won't be able to redeem codes like now. I know when the shop closes you can't, but right now you can't. It was another 4% chance. That's so unlucky. How am I doing worse with a better method? Man, all right, I'll keep going. Yeah, that sucks. Oh, never mind. We're good. We run it back. In due time, Chad, in due time. I will say it would be a lot faster if we did different Pokemon. It is tempting, but I don't want to give up on my dweem. Hi, streamer. Hi, chat. Hi. 13,000 resets for Arceus. Can you say when I'll catch it exactly? Next, probably October, I think. That's my guess. So much time in chat. I feel like I haven't though. In the grand scheme of things, it's been like 3 hours, I think. It is a good shiny. It's just very hard to hunt. Especially when it didn't do this last stream. I don't know why it's roosting so much. Oh, because I was knocking him out. Anyway. Because it didn't stand a chance against my Pokemon. That would be why. Yeah, we're not toe down levels yet because that was that took me 25 hours to get. So this is not much in comparison. I'm very curious how long the next one's going to take. Very, very curious. What makes a Pokemon easier to hunt than others? Catching ability. Because I can just go to the first route and just instantly catch every single Pokemon. Like it's a 99.9% catch rate on like Bidoof. But that's boring, you know? Starly and Shinx are cool, especially shinies, but like it's kind of boring in comparison. Also, the joke potential with Chatot is through the roof. How many other Pokemon are on the route? That doesn't really matter, honestly. But this round, like 5, I think. Give or take. Make him say, I swear. I can't do that, chat. Never mind. I'm going to do that. Before stream, I was preparing other games. Just like there's less downtime in between games if I do happen to get the shiny this stream. And it's cool to like look through them. Unfortunately, some of them are a little bit more barren than others because over time I've just like shifted Pokemon from gen to gen to gen, which I don't really do anymore. I just wanted all of them in bank. That's the only Pokemon that's ever gotten banned from competitive because of something other than its battle capabilities. Yeah, that's also why they changed the move, which is also why I want to use Chatter in this. Because they got rid of Chatter, because you could say bad words with it. Which, like, I understand in concept, but if you've used the 3DS mic, you know how not accurate that is. When you say something into the microphone, it is not very clear. It is not even a 50-cent microphone. The cheapest one they could have possibly put in. You ever voice chat someone during a Wi-Fi battle trade? Yeah. Dennis and I used to do Wi-Fi battles, and the delay was so long too. Sound quality was bad. All of it. And what sucked too is that the mic placement, there wasn't really a good place to put the microphone. I understand why they put it in the middle of like the DS Lite, but it's so close to the speakers that if your speakers are loud enough, it will echo the sound of the game through the microphone while you're also talking into the microphone. So it's not the greatest experience, I'll say that. It's not the best. Has it been a case for chatter so loud the DS explodes? We're about to find out. I'm willing to test that. You're playing Spirit Tracks. I only played Phantom Hourglass. And if you know anything about Phantom Hourglass, there's one part of the game that stumps everybody. And it's the most humiliating thing once you figure it out. So there's a part where you get like, I think a map or something, and they're like, okay, we have to find a way to stamp the map. How do you stamp the map? And so you just sit there and you're just like pressing all the buttons. And you're like, I don't know how to stamp the map. And you're like pressing whatever, and you're like checking everything. You're like pressing all the triggers. And what happens, my mom was like, oh, John, you gotta come to dinner. And I said, okay. I closed my DS. Go eat dinner, come back. And it's like, you did it! You did it! Yeah! And I'm like, what did I do? All you had to do, close it and reopen it to stamp the book. Or stamp the map. Which is, sure, that's creative. I understand. But like, no, there was like no hints whatsoever. Also, this might be kind of embarrassing to admit. That was my first Zelda game that I ever played. And I was so confused. I remember telling one of my friends, I was like, oh man, I'm so excited to get through this whole game. I'm having so much fun riding around. And I asked one of my friends, I'm like, is there like a post game? Like, how does the post game work in this? There's like additional content once you beat the game. And my friends, he's like, yeah, you'll see. Like, okay, cool. So I get through the whole entire game, defeat the final boss. Like, yeah, I beat the game. I'm ready for the post game. Start the game again. I'm in front of the final boss battle again. Like, what? I just did it. Did the game not save? So I did it again. I fought the boss again. I didn't realize that there's just no end to the game. You just keep playing the end of the game once you reach that section of the game. Rick, thanks for the 2 months Prime. Hi, John. Good to see you back again streaming. Enjoyed the last videos you made. Keep it up. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you. Are there any Zelda games that aren't like that? Like, is Breath of the Wild the same style? Oh, really? That's such a strange... That's just strange. Somebody should do something about that. Somebody call Nintendo. I am open to admit that I do have other Zelda games. I just don't beat them because I'm not bright enough to figure it out. Initially, I would like, when I was younger, I would complain, like, man, they made these games just too hard. They're just so cryptic. And then there was another game that I played that made me realize that it's a me problem. 100% it's a me problem. So I ended up getting, there was 1 week where I was like kind of bedridden. It was like 2019. And basically I had like an infection in my eye. And so I had to lay in bed. And I know what you're thinking, the last thing you want to do with an eye infection is to have your eyes open and additionally staring at a screen 5 inches from your face. So, I didn't care. And I played Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Because they ported them over, and I've always wanted to play that. If you've never played Ace Attorney, it is like detective work. It's a really fun game. And there were some moments where the first like couple cases that you do where they're like, oh, I remember that from earlier. this woman is bad because she mentioned that she liked carrots and the killer died with a carrot in his thigh. I put the pieces together. But when you get further into the game, they get more difficult, obviously, just like game progression. But it felt like some of them were just so out there that there's no way I could have guessed that. You're like, which item will you call out her bluff on? Because I would get excited when I'd be like, ooh, I can object to this. And I object and they're like, you got it right, but why? Which is the equivalent of like, you circled the right thing on your test just off of pure luck. Show your work. And I can't show my work. And so I'm going through all the things, which like I understand is kind of cheating, but I'll just go through each item once I think it over before I make any selections. I'm like, all right, this is what I think it is. And if I'm wrong, oh, my chain broke. Why did my chain break? That was weird. It wasn't. I got a chat out. Did I not? That's strange. Okay. Anyways. Did I run away from the chat out or something? But yeah, they would give you stuff and be like, okay, what's the what's the reasoning? Be like, you like interrogate them. They're like, that didn't happen. And you object. You're like, oh, it did happen though. And they're like, well, can you prove that she was there at the scene? And you've got like a plastic bag, 4 cents, and a paperclip. And you have to determine that. You're like, well, it's gotta be the paperclip because she is a secretary and secretaries put pieces of paper together. Like, no. You idiot. It was a plastic bag because her uncle loves plastic bags. Because that was brought up in a conversation 35 minutes ago. You idiot. I didn't end up beating it either. I think I was like two cases off from being done. It is a fun game though. It is a very fun game. Please write the next Ace Attorney. Okay. I think you may have gone too far. Oh! Yep, you're right. You're absolutely correct. I walked off the screen because there were only 2 patches there and they were right next to me. And so I walked away from the patches and because both were off screen, it broke my chain. So that was my fault. That is a really specific. So even if you're in the grass patch, if you can't see any of the shaking patches, it'll break. It's such a specific thing though, that it's just unlikely to happen. Tough day. We continue. Wait, have I played the Professor Layton games? No. Are they like the same deal? That'd be cool if they announced a new Ace Attorney. I have, because I think they released a port of all the DS ones, which I believe there were 3 games. I think there were 3 Ace Attorney games on the DS. Either way, we need to have another one. I just don't know, like, what is that a big demographic? I feel like Ace Attorney is really not that popular. I know we were just talking about Rhythm Heaven, but I think that's like 1 step above Rhythm Heaven. Are there any like niche first party games, like Nintendo games, that you guys swear by? Xenoblade? I think Xenoblade's getting a lot more popular. Pokemon? Pokemon isn't niche. It's big. Pikmin? Yeah, that's a good example. Tamagotchi Life? Yeah. For sure. Pokemon Ranger? It's okay. What's my favorite game ever? See, I have a lot of choices because I break them down based on the style of game. Because I think that you can't... Sounds super dumb, but like it makes sense. You can't get a multiplayer experience in a single player game. You know what I mean? Like it's a totally different dynamic. So like I have a multiplayer game that I love and a single player game that I love. Because they were just so completely different in gameplay experience and style. The most fun I've ever had in multiplayer is Halo Reach. Like, it's not even close. I understand that Halo 3 is a better game, but in terms of, like, Forge and stuff like that, it was just a very pivotal game in my childhood experience. That didn't break my chain. Wow, okay. Single player is kind of tough. Obviously. I would say... Is it a basic answer to say Red Dead 2? That is genuinely, like, the best single player game I've ever played. The intro is absurdly long. Like, obnoxiously long. But once you get past that, the game is just so fun. I actually bought it on PC, and then I sat down to play through the intro. I got it during, like, the summer sale. I feel like it's kind of rare for Rockstar games. But I got it during the summer sale, and I tried playing it. That intro where you're just in the snow for, like, 3 hours. Chat, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my mind. I ran over the patches again. Are we reacting live to the direct? I need to, like, find better places to rechain. Because I keep chaining too low. Yeah, I like single player games that feel like movies. Red Dead, top to bottom, feels like a movie. And there's a lot of really crazy twists that happen where you, like, get attached to one character. They're like, nah, he's dead now. Bye. Uncharted. Aside from when I was younger, I had an original PlayStation, but I never played any PlayStation exclusives. Even when I was younger, I didn't have any PlayStation exclusives on my OG PlayStation. I think this might have been a flashing patch, which I really don't want. Okay, well, stuck with it. Have you seen The Last of Us show? No. No, I've been watching MasterChef recently. I've been crazy about that. I've only watched like a season and a half. Starburst Spit, thank you for the 13 months of tier 3. Sorry, I didn't read that. My doctor said staring at a screen with an eye infection makes it go away faster. Real. Am I a master chef yet? No. But I was shocked that I would like it because if you've never watched them, it to me initially I was like, eh. Competition TV shows don't seem very fun to me, like entertaining. But I like seeing them make the dishes, knowing that I could never do it. But unlike, or just like a lot of TV shows, I feel like they play it up hard on some occasions. Like it's a dish that obviously looks really good and tastes really good. Just off of visual, it can't possibly be bad. And they're like, I didn't like the presentation of it. This is a 3 Michelin star meal. We wanted a 5 Michelin star meal. But maybe I'm not cultured. Yeah, maybe that's it. Who knows? One of my favorite things though on MasterChef that I've taken notice of is when something is like something intense is happening, they will just pick, I don't know how, but it feels like they just run out of footage and they just pan to like some random person who's not in the conversation. So like there are 3 chefs are reviewing this one dish that this person presents to them, and they're like, this is a great dish, great at being bad. And it just pans to some guy in the back and he's like and they'll reenact those emotions. Like they'll find some like random clip of some person reacting how the person should be reacting that's getting their dish critiqued. They'd be like, this is the worst dish I've ever had. And there's just like another chef in the competition who's just like sitting waiting for to present his dish, and he's like this. He's like like, brother, you should be happy they hate their dish. That gives you a better chance. Why are you so upset? What's the issue? Insert kitchen nightmares dramatic sound effect. That's also another thing I noticed, because I feel like I'm just watching the Gordon Ramsay channel, but I've watched Kitchen Nightmares. And I found out one thing that I'm gonna tell you, and if you ever watch Kitchen Nightmares, you'll never forget it. It'll just be constantly in your head. They change the music so much. It's like every 15 seconds, it plays a different song. Because there's just so much happening. Because it's like what, a week and a half of him like trying to reinvent this entire kitchen, condensed into just like 25 minutes, right? It's like, oh my God, the kitchen's a mess. And you just hear dun 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 dun. Look at all this, it's bad. And then there's like inspirational music, and the chef's like, don't worry guys, we've got it. It's like da 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 da. But that's the whole entire show. It's like every 15 seconds, it's just a complete drastic shift in emotion. Some upbeat music, guys, we're doing it, and then it's like, but then Sharon dropped the tongs to the salad in front of the entire waitstaff. It's like, boo, boo, doo, 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 doo. No, Sharon, you idiot. Random number 6 of the 10 months. Appreciate it. Thank you. Also, there's another recurring bit that they just like, they have to, I don't know if it was like because I assume Gordon Ramsay is an executive producer on the show, but like for the first few seasons, their introduction would go like this. So they would find this rundown restaurant, they would explain like what's wrong with it, they would do like an interview or whatever, and then Gordon Ramsay would come in, right? And he would greet everybody like, hey, how's it going? If there are any women that work at the restaurant, they do like a post recording where like they're doing the interview. It's just them with like a chef background or whatever. And all the women, they're like, yeah, he's really cute. Like regardless of age, you could be like 25 or 80, and they're. Saved again. Yeah, they would always do that for like they stopped doing it after a certain point because I guarantee you somebody climbed. They're like, he has to just be telling them to say that. I'm not saying he's a bad looking guy, but if you watch like the first 2 seasons, every single intro, the girls are like, yeah, it was really nice meeting him. He's really cute. I love his eyes. It's like so unrelated to the entire process of getting through this. Does it still count? It might have broke the chain, and it might have just been luck that we got shout out, but I would like to think it continues. Just pray that it happens. I'm not too pressed because I'm like at a 4 chain, but yep, we're good. Imagine this is the one that broke. You should watch Below Deck. What is that? I always like when the chef who doesn't know what they're doing says, I've never even heard this guy. Who does he think he is? Yeah, I think that adds more to the playing up of those types of TV shows. Because here's the thing. In order, it's not like he's walking around town. He's like, wow, this place looks like a dump. Let's check it out, right? There's a whole vetting process. Be like, we get to submit interviews, and they interview the people before they even do the whole thing, right? And they'll like, they're desperate to get their business working again, right? And then during the entire show, there are episodes where like the people who like own the restaurant, they're annoyed that he's there. They're like, who does he think he is walking in here? I don't know. What about the 6 months of training and interviews that you just went through with the whole production team? Maybe I'm just too invested. I'm just too passionate. What I used to do, because I've already watched the entirety of it, is at the end, I would always check and see if they're still open, which, considering that the TV show aired in, I don't know, like 2008, realistically, most of these places are closed down. But when you look into them, you find out that some of them, some of the episodes were faked. For example, there was one that I saw, it was like a little bistro or whatever. And it was like some couple that was on the brink of divorce and stuff like that. And it was like this whole come up story of how they like rebuilt the entire thing in a week from the ground up. And the whole place was amazing, super happy ending. The couple's gonna stay together. You look online and they give you information. Not only did they get immediately divorced after that episode, I think it was like, I think this was season 2 or season 3 this happened. They immediately got divorced. And additionally, the restaurant was closed and they reopened it for the episode. It was like 2 months before they shut down the entire restaurant because they couldn't afford it by the time. But because they had to film the episode, they just faked it and made the whole place again to then film the episode. To which it then shut down immediately after. Which you would think you would keep it open, because now that was on TV, that's the most promotion they're realistically going to ever get. But they don't. Is that crazy? What are some TV shows that you can't stand, chat? Like some real stinkers. I think it's a big Gen Z moment, but any TV show that has a laugh track, I don't find it funny. Which I would like to think in a way is kind of a bad take, but they're all very like cookie cutter. It's like, you must, this is funny. You must think this is funny. They're still making shows with a laugh track. I mean, probably not anymore. But when I was younger, yeah, like every single one. I don't really watch TV anymore. Yeah, I don't think anybody our age has cable. Right? I was more so just saying like Netflix, Hulu, whatever. Okay, so when I was at Topgolf last night, I had to go use the restroom, and so I had to walk a pretty far distance, and I passed by a bunch of other Topgolf bays. If you don't know what Topgolf is, you just like swing a golf club and the ball goes and you go, wow. And so I was passing by a whole bunch of bays, and there was I didn't hear any conversation except for this one little bit where it was like this girl was like, yeah, I watched that on Crackle. And I thought it was so funny because never in my life have I heard of a single person that's watched anything on Crackle. Nor do I know what they show on Crackle. It just sounded like I just got snuck in an NPC advertisement. I love that show on Crackle. I think the most out there thing that I subscribe to is Paramount Plus, which I don't think is really out there. Like, I don't know anybody. There are too many streaming platforms. It's so funny that at one point Netflix was like such a good idea. Everybody's like, yeah, everything's gonna be on Netflix and it's only $8 a month and it's so worth it. Think of all the movies we can get. We don't have to go to the library and rent movies anymore. And then Hulu's like, hey guys, they don't have TV shows. We have TV shows. And everybody's like, okay, perfect. Now we're only paying like $15 a month. And we have all the movies and TV shows that we want. And then every company was like, okay, hear me out. What if we make our own and then take the rights away from both of them? And now there's like 10 different ones. If you want like everything, you're paying like $300 a month. I remember back in the day, chat, when Netflix was not digital, it was physical. And you'd go to a machine and they'd give you a disc, and then you put it in a machine and they'd watch it. They're still physical? I don't think so. You know what? I'm gonna throw you back for a second. You guys remember Gamefly? I never No, I rented games through Netflix, I think. Or Redbox. But yeah, Gamefly. You know what Gamefly was? You could just play games. You just go to like it'd be at like your local Walmart or whatever. And you just get a game from it. You could also get them in the mail. Oh no, maybe I'm thinking of Redbox. Redbox was at the Walmart that I used to go to. And then Gamefly was online. But they mailed you the game. Either way, yeah, I used to do that for Redbox, and then they got rid of it because it's not very sustainable. Also, theft was pretty high because initially they would just give you the game, right? And it would be brand new games. Like at the time, I don't know, 2012. Weird example, but they would give you like Black Ops 2. Game just came out. You can get it there. Right? And then people would just get it and then take it. Because, you know, you pay $5 to rent the game for, I don't know, a weekend or whatever. There's no incentive to bring it back. What are they gonna do? So, they eventually started catching on, and they started putting barcodes on the discs. So it scanned it when it went through. But But then what people would do is they would grab the game and put it through a printer, like a scanner, with the barcode on it. And then they would just put it in the tray and send it right through the red box again. There was one time that I went and I got, it might have been a movie, not a game, but I know that I went to a red box one time when I was younger and rented something, and it was just paper inside. Which is such an insane oversight. Wouldn't they just take your information and call the police if you didn't return it? I think you can pay with like gift cards. You know, like the Visa cards? I think you can just pay with those. I really don't know. It's a good point, but it is what it is. Oh! Another throwback for you. I have started playing Guitar Hero again. I got Clone Hero on my PC. I've had it for a while. I just haven't played it in like, I don't know, two and a half years or something like that. But I've been playing it and it's really fun. Like GH3. So they have a version called Clone Hero where it's basically, it runs on Warriors of Rock, Guitar Hero 5, they're kind of the same. The late 360 PS3 versions. But I have a thing that this dongle connects to your PC. It's so fun. It's so fun. 10 out of 10. Guitar Hero was on the DS. They had two. They had On Tour and then Rock the 80s. And they were both bad. So Achasai. Also, I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name. I assume that is. I haven't watched in a while, but I do follow him on Twitch. I'm pretty sure I'm subbed to him. Hey, buddy! Little man's here. Dongle's a great word. So is weenie. Both mean the same thing. There were 3 on the DS? Oh, wasn't there, No, Greatest Hits was on 360. Didn't they have like a band version on the DS? But it was like it was terrible. Yeah, Band Hero, yeah. I know people really hated Greatest Hits. It sucks how like far that game fell. It really had like a lot of potential as a rhythm game. It's just, they just were churning them out. There was a year where they released Guitar Hero, and keep in mind, this is in the age of DLC. So there's like no reason to make physical copies of this, but they made, I believe, 4 Guitar Hero games in 1 year. Like every quarter they released one. Okay, so I'm not going to... I can't let that one patch leave the screen. That's so dumb. On Tour Decades and Modern Hits. Oh. And it sucks because, so what happened is after they made Warriors of Rock, it was like their last game. They basically were like, yeah, we made too many of them and oversaturated the market, and nobody wants to buy them. So this is the last one. And they went all out. They did like all of the songs that people were asking them to do. It had a storyline, which was actually pretty good for like a rhythm game, as good as it could possibly be for a rhythm game. They added like a bunch of features. They added like an online thing that was a little bit different from the previous ones. A bunch of new game modes. The graphics were actually really good for it, like way better than the other ones. And they're like, that's it, we're done. And the general consensus was like, yeah, that is a perfect way to leave the franchise. Thank you guys for making this game. That's the end of Guitar Hero. RIP. And then, it was like 2 years later, they're like, hey guys, we're back. We're making another one. Everybody's like, oh, okay, I guess. It's been at least a little bit. I'm down. And so like, we're gonna make Guitar Hero Live. And the whole premise is that, like, let me just break it down for you. The whole idea was awful. They tried to reinvent the wheel, which was not the issue with Guitar Hero. It was just because they made way too many of them. So instead of doing like the I showed you the guitar, it had 5 buttons on it. They have 6 now, but instead of being like 1 by 5, so it's like 1 button, 1 button, 1 button, 1 button, 1 button, it was 2 by 3. So it was just like the top of the guitar. You had 3 buttons on one side and 3 buttons on the other. And it was supposed to simulate a real guitar. And they had ads and everything where like guitarists were like, yeah, man, it felt like I was really playing. Which like at the time I was like, I don't know how to play. They're probably right, man. That's so true. So if you're ever learning how to play the guitar, you only have to play the top of the guitar. And so, long story short, I tried it out. It sucked. I played it at a GameStop. I didn't even buy it. Not only did they make the game way harder, and not in a fun way, everybody who was dedicated to the franchise had to like relearn how to play the game because it just played differently. And then the actual service of how you play, because it's Guitar Hero Live, imagine if you could play every song on the radio. So it would play as a radio station and you just jump into the middle of tracks. I think you could still pick out some tracks if you like unlock them or bought them on the online store, but the general core gameplay is that you just like jumped in to a random song. No choice. You just go in and start playing. Like you're hopping into your car and you forgot your phone to play Spotify. You just have to listen to whatever's on the radio for the next 15 minutes. And naturally, that did terrible. Everybody hated it. I think that was around the time that Clone Hero came out. People were like, yeah, that sucks. Hey, what if we just made one game where you could upload your custom tracks and just have every song that's ever been in any Guitar Hero? Great. This is way better. And I think they built it from scratch to avoid lawsuit too, which is pretty interesting. That might not be true. I know they have some assets from Guitar Hero games, but I'm not too knowledgeable. All I know is that it's fun. How's the bird hunt? It's going. It's going. I think this is the furthest chain we've had. 15. I've had a couple chains break to no fault of my own, but a couple of them have been my fault for the exact same reason, and I'm just dumb. Have I tried to any 150% speed songs? So I really like just doing specific sections of a song, which yes, I have. How's this method work? It's kind of hard to explain, but you go to basically the furthest patch away from you to continue your chain. It has to be 4 steps away. And if you don't find one that's 4 steps away, you rechain and try again. I'm not good at Guitar Hero at all. I know we're having like it's the longest Guitar Hero conversation in recent history. But I can play expert. This is the first method? No, this is the third. We did shiny eggs in gold and then odd egg in crystal. And now we're doing this. I need to also heal. Do I even have? Didn't think I'd come across this situation. Oh. I might run out of PowerPoints at some point. I didn't even think about that. Everybody through the Fire and Flames? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Not with high accuracy. I think the highest accuracy I've ever got on that is like 82 or 83%. Which, like, in the grand scheme of things, is not very good. It's funny you mentioned that. I texted somebody a couple days ago of me playing Guitar Hero, doing the intro through the Fire and Flames. And I said, peak male performance. Am I using quick balls? No. No, because the catch rate's so low, it's just faster. I think I have the video too. I could also just do it on stream. And you guys would be like, whoa, what? What? I think you can't hear it with sound, but. Yeah! He's doing it! Yeah! Oh my god, he's hitting all the notes! Let's go! I've been known to game. Not very well, but I've known to game. John, I missed you. Hey. I'm here. Don't worry. Wish there were more music games. We were just talking about how they should add Rhythm Heaven. That'd be nice. That would be very, very cool. Why is Repeat Ball so ugly? I don't know, I can call and ask. Here's the thing. When it comes to new games, I really don't have any room to say, hey, this game should come out. Because anytime that wish is fulfilled for me, I get the game and never play it. From a consumer standpoint, they love me. But like, at some point, I need to like fill the incentive that I'm requesting. Like, you know how many times I played Switch Sports, chat? Once. And it was on stream. You watched me play it for the one and only time. John hasn't played a game outside of Pokemon for 30 years. That's not true. Okay, it's kind of true. I've played some other games. Recently, I played some other games. Okay. When I was at the trampoline park, I used the skill crane. And guess what? I won the skill crane 5 times. Okay. So, not trying to brag. But I was going. Whoa! Ring pop! Yeah! They were actually bootleg Pokemon toys. Which I don't know where they are in my house, but I can find them. To use an American skill crane where it really is skill and not rigged like the UK. Oh no, most of them are rigged. Just in general. Like all... Not just the skill crane, all games at arcades are typically rigged. There are very few. I will say a lot of arcades, they're getting so... I don't know. Not creative. They're just so instant gratification. Like they have one that's Wheel of Fortune. And so you spin the wheel, but rather than having like the monetary amount attached to them, it has tickets, which is fine, but then it has a letter under it. And they're like, if you hit this letter, this specific letter out of the entire alphabet on the wheel, you win. So you spin the wheel one time, you need to get an E. Ah, you got a W. Ironically, you got a W. And that's it. That's the whole game. It's just like, why? I have 8 left. What do I have for... Oh. Fully restores. What a weird coincidence that I happen to have that. Where did I find that in my playthrough? All right, so we're almost at 20. You finished watching my Pokemon Y Nuzlocke? Nice. Hope you liked it. Burnboard, thanks for the 16 months. Appreciate it. Chat, if you link your Amazon account to your Twitch account, you get a free Prime sub. Did your repel run out before this encounter? I don't think so. Okay. In the event that it did, so I have to go down 4 and across 4. No, across. I just need to go down 4 and then to the right. Okay. It's hard remembering that because in whatchamacallit, in the remakes, it's constantly appearing. No, you're good. Don't worry about it. That was scary. You're rewatching the subathon? Nice. Very nice. Chad, what's your favorite stream thing that I've done, in your opinion? It could be like a whole Nuzlocke. Could be one stream. Yeah, asking to reuse repels was such a big, like, I don't know why they just didn't do it from the start. Be absent for 8 months. Hey, Dennis, how would you shut your freaking mouth, okay? And then, additionally... Okay, I'm not good at insults. I'm playing on DS or an emulator. I'm actually playing on a 3DS. And I'm hacking. Blue blindfold? You're just saying that. You're just saying that because I wanted that to do well. I'm getting nervous now, chat. Even though I'm like not even close. The let's go hunting. We are gonna do that at some point. At some point. All right, I'm halfway done. Knocking on wood, it will not break. It is copium. My last record was 15. Actually, my record is 22 as of last stream. So. My clothes folding stories? Chat, I'm a gamer. I don't do laundry. What clothes folding stories? I think I stole a story one time that I broke my dryer. I think that's it. That's gonna do it. I heard the craziest story. I was watching, it was a stream clip. I forget who it was. But somebody was like, somebody asked him, he's like, hey man, how often do you swap out your towels? And he's like, well, I don't use it, like I use it more than once, which I feel is fair. You can use it, my max for a towel, if I run out 2, right? Very rarely. Typically, it is one-time use. But in the event you forget to do your laundry, you're in a rush, understandable. This guy was like, as long as it's dry, it's good. Which is like, whoa. He's like, what does that mean? He's like, well, I mean, if it dries out, it's cool. And he's like, so how often do you wash them? He's like, like every 3-4 months. That is like college dorm, like bed equivalent. That was how my roommates were in college. Like when it came to their bed, no washing. I'm not gonna act like I'm like the cleanest guy ever, especially in college. But like I wash my sheets probably every like week and a half. Worst, 2 weeks. Now, every 5 minutes. Hold on, chat, I gotta go. I gotta go do my laundry for the 3rd time this hour. You're still wash? Yep. You need to wash your sheets. It's been like a month. Now is the time. How's the hunt going? MSETs, I'm not going to beat around the bush. Awful. But here's the thing. We're halfway there. And that's what matters. Honestly, aside from me just being a goof and messing up, Chadow's just hard to catch. We picked a terrible Pokemon. Just to put in perspective, I believe Chatot has a catch rate of 30. Am I correct on that? It's not 45. I'm pretty sure it's 30, which, to give you perspective, is the equivalent in this game of catching Dialga and Palkia 40 times. I've never seen that before. Okay, I gotta rechain though. Ooh, that was almost bad. I almost goofed again. You saw it. Why did I choose Chatot? Because you can use Chatter and give it a custom cry. And I want to scream and see what it sounds like. I'm a simple man. Yeah, I was one tile away from failing again. That would have been very embarrassing. Problem solved. At some point, we're going to do BDSB. We're not doing chat on. I'm going to go to the first route. Let it be known. If you got a problem with that, please take it up with me in my comment section, where I'll thoughtfully and carefully read each and every one of your complaints. Yeah, Shanks should be cool. You like my sign? What's the thing's catch rate? 30. Which, because you can get Dialga and Palkia and Platinum, they also have a 30 catch rate. Am I gonna watch the Super Bowl? I think, yeah, I think we're having a Super Bowl party. Some of my friends. They have a catch rate of 3? Oh. Well, then I just lied to you. Right to every single one of your faces. I don't want any of these. Fiberglass, thanks for 100 bits. Appreciate it. A little heart. Chat, hearts in chat. Appreciate it. I'm too scared to move anywhere. The other one is 3 up. So I'm taking this in the most careful way I possibly can. I know this is a little extreme. I'm pretty sure I can go all the way down to the bottom of the patch, but I'm not a risk taker. I'm a shiny chaser. Bars. Can you explain the method you're using? Nope. Nope. I'm too nervous, chat. Basically, patch spawns 4 steps away, walk into patch, catch Pokemon, keep moving. If no patches nearby that are 4 away, you try again. And you can't go into tiles that are touching walls or borders of patches of grass. I think that's the most concise way. It is way more than that, but that's as much as I could do. Now explain in Spanish. Hola, ¿cómo estás? I don't know how to say anything fast. Well, no, wait. Bienvenidos! I don't know how to say to another video. Now explain it like I'm 5. Hey, buddy. Hey, friend. You ready for a little video? You ready to play some games? It's gonna be really fun. Okay. Oh, wait. I wasn't paying attention. Where are the tiles? Oh, no. Yeah, chat, could you do me a solid? You're recharging left to right. I'm not risking. I know that there's one on the far end. Well, the issue is I don't know where the other ones are, and if I go too far off, they'll disappear and I'll break the chain. Can I go one tile to the left? That's all I care about. Can someone confirm I can go one tile to the left? I assume yes, because I'm facing in that direction. Golly. Thanks for the help, chat. You really clutched it out. Yeah, out of all the methods in this entire challenge and just shiny hunting in general, this is the most confusing one. By far. It's not even close. DexNav? Nah. I think setting up for DexNav, yes, but not actually. No. I can't imagine though having your first one being radar in BDSP. Imagine that's your introduction to shiny hunting is trying to DexNav or no, sorry, to do radar in BDSP. What a roller coaster! Just instant disappointment the entire time. It sucks because we're not even close, but at the same time. Breathe, chat. I think Poke Radar is fun. It's just like, if you don't do research, there's no way. There's no way. Because they really don't make it out to be like, hey, knock out these Pokemon. Or like, catch these Pokemon. It's very obvious that nobody wants 40 Chatot. You know what I mean? I'm chain fishing? Yeah, I would like to do chain fishing at some point. We'll get there. I think that one will be a little bit hard because I'm very not familiar with that. But we're getting there. We're getting there. My thing about going to any Pokemon Regional Nationals, I really want to go to Worlds in Japan this year. It's just like, that's a lot of money. I brought it up a couple times on stream. It's just like it's ridiculous. Start a fundraiser? No. No. I would feel awful. I would feel awful doing that. Hey guys, I don't want to buy this ticket. Do it for me. Thanks. Patches of grass next to each other are fine. No. Are bad. I knew that. I'm walking. I'm walking. Five. Ah. My math. I'm so cautious. I don't even want to mess with anything. This music is driving me bonkers. Hey. Sorry to hear that. You don't think this is a banger? Oh, no, you're talking about the actual Poke Radar music? That is totally fair. Yeah, it sucks. Sorry, 1 second, chat. This game's playing with me. It's just giving me threes now. That seemed like it was more than 4. I'm still continuing the chain though. We're good. Like I said, chat, I don't want to word it this way because I'm scared. But if we get to 40, I just need to keep resetting the radar over and over, and eventually it will appear. This is right before Sunny Shore, yes. Good luck. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you. Like getting to 35, I'm gonna be. You're gonna watch my hands and be like. What am I at now? 28, 29. I didn't even do anything wrong. It just has a 4% chance to just break for no reason. I did everything perfect. It sucks so hard. That took so long too. Chat, do we keep up with Chatot or do we move on? Do we pick an easier Pokemon that's way faster? Do we baby out? Do we baby out and we go do Shanks? Alright, let me do a poll. Think of how cool Shanks would look in a thumbnail. Oh, my poll's not on screen. This is very interesting. I've never seen a poll. I've seen where they've been even, but it's going like back and forth. Chat, what do I do? This is like... this is... What if we tried the poll again? Choose yourself? Okay. I say we just end stream. All right, I'll try chat out again. That's not a chat-out. Let's get a round of applause for that. All right. John, you're so strong. What? Thank you for your comment. You don't like skill-based hunting, do you? No, I love bird. John's ready for another week off. What if I told you I'm not going to be in Georgia tomorrow? I'll be back to streaming on the 12th. Chat, if I were to go get a tattoo in California, what would I get? No. If it shows up today, I'll consider it. Pot friend. Hit one of those. Your face on your body. I could get my head on the back of my head. So So like when if I'm, you know, am I coming to California, NorCal or SoCal? Cal. I actually don't know where I'm going. It's basically the middle of nowhere. It's wine country. Should I do IRL stream wine tasting in a vineyard? Am I going for any specific reason? Yeah, I'm going to, my friend wants to get a tattoo. From a specific person. Wine country. I just complain the whole time. I'm tired. I'm bored. I do want to get tattoos at some point. I just don't have that creativity in my head. I don't want to jump the gun and get something and be like, nah. Never like that idea. It is a commitment, that's for sure. Why did I get these patches of grass at the end? You know? What happened to that? I was getting 3s left and right. Your favorite Chinese tat? That? Umbreon's not my favorite Pokemon, but that's probably my favorite shiny. It's just good, you know? Just a little guy. At the first tattoo, I heard you just keep going. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Ugh. I know for sure, though, I would only get black ink. I wouldn't do any color tattoos. I have nothing against them. It's just if I envision, like, if I got like a sleeve, it would just be black and white, you know? Am I on 3 now? We're really doing it. He plans for a Cubone tattoo? Nice. Very nice. All right, more. Catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. Surely when you come back, I'll have the shiny. It'll definitely be here. I'm doing it. Okay. I feel like I need to take like an ice bath or something. I'm so sore from yesterday. Like every part of my body is just falling apart. How long did it take me to get to that chain that I had, chat? Do you know? Get to like 30? Two minutes. Thanks, chat. Appreciate it. I can't believe that chain broke. That's so devastating. That was so close. Ooh. What if I did this on the plane? You think I could stream on a plane? You would not hear a single word that I said. You'd just be hearing gameplay. I'm just talking to hear in the background. You guys have any cool things to pass the time when you're on a plane? Mine is exclusively pick cross. I don't know anything else. Podcast. One thing I don't understand is how people can go to sleep on a plane. I am way too anxious. Way too anxious. Like the people, the last flight I took on the way back to Atlanta, a guy who I was sitting next to fell asleep on takeoff. Like the plane is rocketing across the ground and shooting up at like a 45-degree angle. Him? Like, bro, how? How? Teach me. I don't get it. Me? I'm gripping the seats. Praying that the pilot knows how to fly the plane as if he hasn't been doing it for the past 30 years of his life. I just go off of the information that people have given me about flights, like how, like the safety aspects of it. Like, yeah, taking off and landing is like the really the only automated part. I'm like, cool. So as long as we get really high up in the air, there's no way we can plummet into the ground, right? Surely that's true. But the entire time of landing, when they announce we're taking off, and then they're like, you're free to move about the cabin, the whole time, on edge. But then they're like, yeah, now it's safe to exist. I'm like, perfect. I think I mentioned this story before, but there was one time when I was younger, I was flying with my sister, my family, but I was sitting next to my sister. And I was probably like 9-ish. And we had a long flight. And then at this age, I was like, yeah, I'm not really scared of flying. Initially, I was kind of scared of, but you know, I've done it a couple times now and I'm ready to go. And then there was this girl who was around the same age as my sister and I, and her father who was sitting behind us. And when we were waiting to take off, she's like, yeah, this is my first flight ever. I've never flown in a plane. I'm so excited to fly in a plane. I've looked up everything about it. We're like, yeah, it's a lot of fun. And she's like, isn't it dangerous? And we're like, no. And keep in mind, her dad's not saying anything. He's just sitting there listening to the conversation. Offering no, like, advice. We're like, no, of course not. She's like, well, what if, like, it takes off and, like, the plane blows up? We're like, that probably won't happen. And she continues to just go through scenarios. We're like, well, what if the wing snaps when we're mid-flight and we spiral into our death? Like, what if the pilot has a manic episode and just goes on the control stick and we just shoot into the sea and 13 baby sharks slowly rip your limbs off? Aren't you concerned about that? Well, I am now, Sarah! Thanks for letting me know! And honestly, ever since that experience, that's what I think when I'm taking off. Well, what if this happens? That'd be so bad, wouldn't it? one additional thing is I have the same mentality on flights that I do with cars. Where I prefer to drive, because if something goes wrong, at least I have the ability to have a say in how it ends. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I have good reflexes, so if somebody, like, cuts in front of me, I can go, pull the e-brake, spin right off on a ramp, onto the other side of the highway. We do 3 barrel rolls. I'm gripping my cup holder and the clothes hanger, and we're spinning, and you shift my weight and flip the car back over, do another drift, swerving around a Mack truck, under the Mack truck, through the bank, and then landing safely in a parking spot. That I can handle doing, right? But if I'm in the passenger and somebody gets cut off and they react less than 5 frames before I would react, immediately my heart sinks. I'm like, that's it. Pack it up. We're done. I think my like spatial awareness is good. I have a lot of other lackluster brain qualities, but my spatial awareness on point. Should I be naming these birds? One thing that I would like to fly on, which here's the thing, I don't understand why all planes aren't like this. There are planes that are called biplanes, and they land on the water. Why aren't all planes biplanes? In the event that it needs to do an emergency water landing, and they don't have like these buoys on the bottom of them, that's a seaplane. What are biplanes? I thought biplanes because they did both. It's a boat and it's a plane. 2 wings? Brother, they all have 2 wings. What do you mean? It's Biplanes get stacked wings? Oh. Yeah, I knew that. I think all commercial flight planes are equipped to safely ditch in the water and often equipped with inflatable emergency slide exits. I don't believe you. That's what they want you to think. And you crash in the water, and a bunch of gremlins come out of the water. I've read about it. You just believe them. You watch those in-flight videos before you start. You're like, yes, we're gonna land, and don't worry, there's a safety slide. But then you get out into the water, and 7 orcas show up at your plane because they could smell you from a mile away that you were crash landing in the ocean. Oh, speaking of, this is kind of related. I'm gonna sign up to swim with sharks. You can do it at the Georgia Aquarium. Orcas are not sharks. Are they not? I'm pretty sure they are. Like, I know they're whales, but I'm pretty sure, aren't they like dolphins? Oh, I forgot about those creatures. Dolphins are the ones with legs, right? But yeah, I want to swim with sharks. So I'm gonna do that. It's just there's an insanely long list. The next day that I can go and do it is coincidentally April 1st, which would be a great time. So like you go in a cage and they like lure the sharks to you. But imagine they're like, April Fools, the cage is open today, baby. Why don't you just crash a plane so you can swim with the sharks? That's such a good idea. How's this man made it to 26? 26 in a few days. Chad, do you think you're smarter than the average person? No. In my head, I think I am the average person. Like, I'm not smart, more smart, or more dumb than the average person. I think I just am an average person. Yes, but I'm so humble. I think you underestimate how dumb people are. I was gonna say you could do an IQ test, but aren't IQ tests, like, they don't really prove anything. Like, really amazing scientists have had poor IQs. Or like IQs that don't really match what they realistically should be in comparison to others. IQ tests are memes and you are above average. Yeah, let's go. SAT is where it's at. Let's not check those. 21% of Americans are illiterate. And I'll get in line. You're definitely more anxious than average. True. So true. Another unrelated thing. But I saw this TikTok and it was so... You ever seen those TikTok accounts where they're like, they say something that's like the motivational post, be like, I'm 25 and I bought a Lamborghini and this is, you gotta have the drive to do it, and you gotta be determined, and you can get there. Chase your dreams. I saw the weirdest one. It was so weird. Like the comparison. It was supposed to be motivational, and I guess in a way, I was like, okay. But it's like, here is your day, here is your life broken down by the day. So it's like, and it said, 20 years old, 6 a.m., 30 years old, 9 a.m., 50 years old, 1 p.m., 70 years old, 4 p.m. And it was like supposed to be motivating, but the entire time it was mostly like your if you compared your lifespan to a day, those would be the times. Brother, when am I going to bed? If I'm 70 years old and it's it's 3 p.m., what is your sleep schedule? Because I'm confused. I go to bed at like 11, 1. So at that rate, that basically told me I'm living to be at least 140. Which I'm not excited about. What age do you think is when it's like, most things just stop being fun? I know most of you are gonna say 25. Yeah. Because when I was younger, I was like, oh, I want to live for like the longest time anybody's ever lived before. Have you seen people who are like any age over 100 or even in the ballpark? It doesn't look that great. I'm going to be honest. I'm sure they're happy. I'd imagine things get more fun the older you get. Yeah. That's true. I want to be turned into a cyborg. I would fund that. Do you guys know anybody who's done cryogenic sleep? I'm really shooting far with this one. Like people who are frozen in time in hopes that in the future they'll come back in the future and with better medicine. I know somebody who paid for a spot. Oh, there was also a thing where people, this was like, I want to say 5 years ago, but it was probably longer than that. Maybe it happened when I was in high school. There was a program that they signed up for where people could apply to be the first colonizers on Mars. And the requirements were that you couldn't come back. If you went to Mars, you had to live there for the rest of your life. And you signed up and you had to explain essentially why you're fit to go there because you have nothing here on Earth. You should maybe heal Gallade. But what if I didn't? Big Mac with a 26 months prime. The year is 3095. I've awoken from my cryogenic slumber to find the Ultrasun Nuzlocke is on attempt 943,765. I weep. Thanks for the sub. I'd probably go to Mars. You don't get to see anybody ever again, though. And you have to be friends with the people that are there. And if they suck, you're stuck with them forever. You are just banking that the people that you're hanging out with on Mars are just, first of all, sensical people, which I'm sure that they vet that part out. But, like, you know, they could change. Isolation on Mars would be kind of a culture shock, would it not? I don't have to hang out with anybody. I assume, though, they have to have, like, a... You have to have, like, some knowledge of science, right, to do that? They don't just, like, pick random people. If there were two guys on the moon and one killed the other with a rock, would that be messed up or what? I'm not really well-versed on, like, moon laws and Mars laws, but I think that would be bad. Someone check on moon laws for me. Shiny chat out at 27 chain. You. Congrats. I can't be like you. One second. What's the next method? Radar and Gen 6? No. No, we're doing Gen 5 after. Which we're doing, so we're doing 2 Gen 5 methods. It's just that I'm still going to do it, but I feel like the next one we're doing, we've kind of already done, but we haven't at the same time. Really no, but I'm always down for more potential times to stream. Did I figure out what you hunt? So I'm gonna let you guys pick between 2. I have 2 Pokemon. This is not my day, chat. This is not my day. Oh my. Here's the thing. You say nice aim. I pressed run. I didn't press items. I literally was like, bing! Time to go to I just got some prime advice. Let me read this to you, chat. Just start hacking. I'll get right on that. Outside comment suggestion. Just start hacking. Spirit Taco, thanks for the 9 months. Tier 2. Mr. Snowman, did you celebrate National Dunsparce Day on Monday? Yeah, that's why I wasn't live. How many chains have been broken now? 5. Did you find it in Platinum? Diamond, nice. Yeah, do I suck? No? Can you shiny hunt Rayquaza and Oras? No. That and Deoxys are shiny lock. My lawyers advised me to not answer that question. My lawyers just talked to your lawyers and they said it was cool. Checkmate. Chat out. I can sense it. Oh. That's that. I get this little wisp hanging out. Back in. Back in you go. Saved. One. Boink. Good. All right. Am I watching the direct? I guess I am. I probably won't watch it on stream. But what time is it again? Does John Stock 78% says yes. Okay. Fair enough. 5 p.m. Yeah, the only things that I really want are a new Yoshi game. I realize now I just said things, so I need something else. Yoshi sucks. I know. That's why I want them to make it better. He has one good game. It was back on the SNES. Do you mean? Do you mean this game? This is one of my favorite games of all time. I love this video game. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. D-Howl, thank you for the 2 months. Yoshi's a horse? Real. Now they're gonna get Pokemon announcements? Yeah, no. Nope. 27th. Because they do Pokemon Directs. It's kind of the routine now for the past few years. No, I'm not gonna stream the Direct. No, chat. I literally had no idea it was even happening. The only time I think that they ever announce it is there was one Direct in the past 5 years, I think, where they said during the Direct, hey, we're doing a Pokemon Direct. That was it. So over that red, blue, green soundtrack that you have, yeah. Pretty neat. It's pretty cool. Mario Kart 8 DLC? Wait, has all of that come out? Half. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Ooh, I have a question for you, chat. So when I redo my stream room, do you think it would look better aesthetically if the room was darker? Or the way the lights are now? Like daytime or nighttime mode? Because there are a lot of streamers who stream in dark rooms. It's just hard to get the lighting right without looking blown out. Don't hurt your eyes for night mode. Yeah, I thought about that too. The unfortunate reality. Yeah, strain my eyes. Bright light just suits you better. Aw, thanks. I don't know what that means. Thanks. I like the lighting that I changed it to, because these are now like more yellow bulbs rather than white. Kind of gives it more like a sunset look, I guess. Warm. True. Yeah, I've just seen some really dark setups, and it just is very nice aesthetically. Am I in front of a window? No, there's a window that's over here in the corner, but I don't have any. All my windows are blacked out. Yeah, it's at like 5,500 Kelvin. I can check that. $4,200. At least the light panels are. I don't know about the actual light on my ceiling, but I have two lights. Am I gonna make a video of the transformation? Oh, my room? No. Nope. I don't think so. I don't really make videos like that, but I just heard something disconnect in my house that I've never heard the sound before. It's Nintendo tapping in, making sure that I'm shiny hunting with authenticity. Smart fridge firmware update. I actually had one recently. Like, you need to accept the terms and conditions because we're updating an app. I'm like, all right. Does every method also count Q charm, or is that deemed too easy? Yeah, it's like methods that are in the game. We're doing one method per game. So after this, we're doing Pokemon Black, White. I think I'm playing White. Yeah, I'll do it before and after on Twitter, for sure. It'll look much better. I bought so much stuff, I just haven't put them up. Waiting for my mom to come on down. We can do it together. That's it. What's the method? I will get to it. I don't want to spoil the whole thing. No, where's that? Yo. I just want a shiny bird. It'd be sick if I could just get it without the chain. Just a non-shiny patch. Andy with the 9 months. Hi, how are you? I'm good, how are you? We're talking now. I can't live in live for 3 hours already. Crazy. I'm good, thanks for asking. I still can't believe I broke that last chain. I'm not on my A game, chat. I'm not even on my B game. We were getting benched for the rest of the season in the Shiny Hunting League. Wills, thank you for the tier 1. Enjoy your emotes. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Pushing 1,000 SRs for Arceus? Yeah. Been there. I've done my Switch resets for my life. They're not very fun. I do want to do that shiny hunt at some point. I think that's the only one I would do out of the 3. Because I have the events unlocked for Darkrai, Shaman, and Arceus. I just never done them in my copy VDSP. But if I were to hunt Darkrai, I would do it on the DS because it's way faster. Way faster. CV Flynn, thank you for the Prime. What's going on, Key? How you doing? Even with the A192 odds, yeah. Yeah. Also, because you can, I mean, I guess I could multi-hunt, but I could set up 4 DSs and hunt Darkrai. Realistically, I could do like 2 on Switch, and then, yeah, the reset time is probably half. Lami with 100 bits. I'm here for your Let's Go Shiny video. I'm very happy to finally see you online. Hey, well, I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to be gone for a few days, chat, and then I will be back. And we'll be back into the routine of getting through this video, because I would very much like to finish it. But. Did you say once you have the Japanese Emerald with the old C map? This Japanese Emerald with the old C map? No. Haven't redeemed it either. I don't think I ever will. Because that, I don't think many of those exist. Like legitimate ones. Because to my knowledge, from the way that I figured it out, so the game had a save file on it, but the save file was, it was the Roxanne was the only person that was defeated, so 1 badge. I think I can go to these. Yeah, they can be next to each other. Anyways, so 1 badge, but it had the map, and I was like, okay. And the only way you can check, because you can add, from what I've been told, you can add the old C map to, like, through cheats and stuff like that, but it doesn't work. It just adds the item, and you need, like, the flag to set it off, and you can't do it through cheats or whatever. So the only way you can do it is by teleporting to the island with Mew. I really don't understand the intricacies of it, but it was imported from Japan, obviously. So there is a chance that it's not authentic. You can do it with an R4 card in a save editor. Here's the thing though. That was the only event that was on there. And if you were to cheat, if you wanted to like cheat for events, you would get them all, right? Wouldn't you? Like you would get Deoxys, you'd get the Naval Rock and stuff like that. That was the only one that was on there. It's still like, it still could not be authentic, but like I feel like it's higher than it's higher being authentic than not. I don't know. That's why I want to mess with it. I really don't know if there's any other way you can confirm it. Like I could rip the save file and let somebody check it if there's some way that you could verify it, but I don't know. But if it is authentic, that's because they only did that event once in Japan. If you don't know, the old C map lets you get Mew. And it's the only way that you can shiny hunt Mew, aside from one that they had in Go. They had an event in the beginning of 2020. No. Yes. Where if you caught every Kanto Pokemon in the Dex, you get a shiny Mew. Or it unlocked an event to get shiny Mew or something like that. It was like a really crazy long event to do. But yeah. So it is a highly sought after. And there were, because it was at where did they do it? I think they did it at a Pokemon Center. So there aren't carts that exist of them, to my knowledge, but maybe there are. If there are, they're unbelievably rare. Because they have Deoxys, the Aurora tickets. They have like things that you can buy, like a cartridge that imports the thing, the event in. But those are unbelievably expensive because there was part of the Pokemon Rocks America tour in 2004. 2004. And some people have them, and I've seen them go on sale for I think $3,000, $2,000. I've seen I think 2 listings on eBay for them. But like the actual real thing. Somebody dumped the actual cart thing, so you can if you have a Game Boy with an SD card in it, you could just like get a fake version of it. But if you want like the legitimate actual carts, like the super long black cart, it's a couple grand. It's very neat. But point is, they don't have it for Mew. That's why it's a little bit more like rare. I'd sell my soul for more events like the Sinjo Ruins one. Oh, like having them in games. Yeah. I don't know why they don't. I don't get it. Platinum is so incredibly expensive. Yeah, I saw a video where somebody bought it at GameStop for like $130. Just cart. No box, anything. I feel like they just don't do them anymore because it doesn't have like a monetary incentive around them. Because if you went to, they called them Nintendo events. If you went to Nintendo events back in the day, they would give out a promotional Pokemon, or they would do like promotional events alongside something. They would sell something alongside. For example, Manaphy was one of the first Nintendo events that I went to. It was in 2007. And it was to go along with the release of the new movie. So while you were doing that, be like, hey, do you want to buy the Manaphy movie? And I was like, yes, smile. So my little free trip of getting Manaphy at Toys R Us turned into getting an okay movie. I didn't think I passed, dude. I stepped over the grass by 1 tile. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. I don't think this is my day. I don't think this was it. I want to keep going, but like, man, I am doing so bad. I think what I'm gonna do, I will come back. I still want to keep going, like, with Chatot. But I don't think we can continue today. So once I get back from my trip, we'll keep going. I think that's the play. Because I broke this chain like 7 times today. Every gambler stops right before their big win. All right, chat, we're going to keep going. That's going to do it for me. However, oh, sorry. I had it open. The other screen. That's gonna do it. Let me find somebody who's live, and I'll be back soon. Let's go read V. And I will see you when I come back, which will be on, what day is that? It's the, I'll be live on the 12th, so Sunday. I'll be back on Sunday to do a little streaming. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. I'll catch you later.